Round 2 of the WA State Rally Championship turned on some absolutely glorious weather for the 2018 Make Smoking History Forest Rally. This is the biggest rally of the year, being a round of the Australian Rally Championship as well. Over 2.5 days, teams contest both stages in Busselton on the tarmac and gravel in Nannup, 50 kilometres to the south. This year we had a 5-car team. Our state championship lineup comprised of Ben and Chris in the freshly liveried Spec C WRX, Jeff and Paul in their new Mark II Ford Escort, Mark and Jess in the Celica GT4, and Brad and Richard in their 2-door WRX. Lance and Jace in their Sylvia S13 would start on Saturday morning running Clubman. The action kicked off Friday evening with 2 runs of the tarmac stage on the Busselton foreshore. Whilst our 4-wheel drive cars had no problem, the same couldn't be said for the Escort. The car was undergoing major surgery as we pulled the gearbox chasing a hydraulic fault with the clutch. Luckily we got it sorted and the car could restart on Saturday morning. A quick service on Saturday morning to swap the cars from tarmac to gravel and they were off out into the forests. Lance took a more leisurely approach as he waited the start of the Clubman, and we thought our dramas were over for the weekend. How wrong we were. Ben and Chris only got partway into the 3rd stage when a terminal engine problem intervened. No sooner had we organised recovery of the Spec C when we got another phone call. Jeff and Paul had gone off the road and got the Escort stuck. Luckily there was no damage, however they couldn't get the car out. Then we had the trifecta where Mark and Jess put the Celica off at the same corner as Paul and Jeff. Eerily, Lance and Jace had rolled at the same corner the year before. And speaking of Lance and Jace, they overshot a junction and for reasons that are still unclear ended up on another stage. When they completed the wrong section of the rally, they were then excluded from the rest of the event. We got the Escort and the Celica back to service and started work. Unfortunately, the Escort had also suffered terminal clutch problems. The Celica only needed minor panel beating and was ready to start Heat 2. So after all the dramas of a tumultuous Saturday, only Brad and Richard got through unscathed. Heat 2 started as a much better day and Mark and Jess had a trouble-free run to the end of the rally. Brad and Richard had used up all their good luck in Heat 1 and in Heat 2 they broke a lower control arm mid-morning. Their troubles didn't end there. When later on the penultimate stage they put the car off the road backwards and lost some time and then got a flat tyre, losing some more time in the final stage. It had been one of those rallies where we were glad to see the finish and certainly the toughest test of our resolve at times. Still, as the saying goes, that's rallying and anything can happen.